I want to talk to you about CASEpeer. So CASEpeer is a legal practice management solution. And in today's conversation, we want to do a quick review about this solution to have a clear idea whether or not this is a go or no go. So let me give you the overview here. So when you think about CASEpeer, I want you to think about a very popular legal practice management solution that allows personal injury attorneys to optimize operations and grow their businesses. And what we have found in our research is that even if you're not in the personal injury space, you can still use CASEpeer to actually grow your practice. Not a problem. And so when you think about CASEpeer, you want to think about prominent features such as contact management, case management, medical treatment management, and reporting. Fantastic. Okay. And what we love about the CASEpeer is that it has been in operations for a while now. And what we love CASEpeer was actually started by Darren Fancher. And Darren Fancher, he's an experienced attorney, finance professional, and entrepreneur. So you have an expert who has an eye for detail, an eye for profitability, of course, because he has actually created a very successful software tool. We love that a lot. We love the fact that it was created by an attorney who understands the ins and outs, the subtleties of law office management. Now, what I want to say is that when you think about CASEpeer, think about a legal practice management solution that actually can boost your operational profitability like in no time. But even better, the software can scale with your business. So as your business grows, the software can actually adapt, and so you don't have to change software or really upgrade or anything. You can use the same software, just move on to another pricing tier. That's all. Okay, this is really great. So when you think about CASEpeer, think about an all-in-one solution that can help you grow. And so we love that a lot. And so the only thing is that if you're looking for like invoicing, time tracking, CASEpeer is not really strong in that field. You might want to think about Clio Manage or Practice Panther, but overall, this software is great anyway. We love it. By the way, boss, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here. We're having a quick convo about CASEpeer in today's show, and this is just fantastic. Talking about fantastic, I want to give you the pros and cons of CASEpeer, because CASEpeer does have a lot of pros and a few cons, of course, because nobody's perfect. No software tool is perfect. So let's first start with the pros. CASEpeer is a solution that specializes in personal injury cases, one of the few. And features include injury and medical treatment tracking. And we love the fact that CASEpeer does have two-way texting capabilities. So with CASEpeer, you're able to minimize time to market, so you can transition to the platform faster with purpose-built integrations and no necessary customizations. You do have 24/7 available support. So CASEpeer does offer continuous customer support to improve resolution rates. So this is really good because you are able to ensure availability in case of emergency with multiple support channels. You have a very simple user interface, so you can make transition quickly through an easy to use interface and unlimited user training. So this is kind of cool for your staff too. So no need to think or account or plan for a steep learning curve. Things go a lot faster. You have easy reporting, so you can access multiple checklists and reports designed to evaluate and record case details. You can ensure scalability. So basically, you are able to introduce into your law firm's operations new features and regular patches to keep your platform up to date and scalable. You have constant improvement added. So we love the fact that CASEpeer is constantly adding improvements, and you're able to track data well. And also, CASEpeer helps you improve client communication. So overall, you are talking about a tool that has A-, like from B+ to A-. Now let's talk about the cons. Why is CASEpeer not an A+? Okay, let's talk about that. Now, CASEpeer does not include online payment processing right now, at least. Maybe it's in the works, who knows? CASEpeer does not include timers, and time entries must be logged manually. So invoicing features are less robust than many of its competitors. CASEpeer does lack a mobile app for Android. Invoicing capabilities are not best in class. And so this tool works best for personal injury attorneys So, but if you're not, you can still use it, but it's not going to be the best of the best for you. Navigation using a smartphone is challenging. And it takes a lot of time to enter all the client data. So, and there's also no contract management feature. So think about it. Boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We're having a conversation about CASEpeer. This is a CASEpeer legal management software review. Let me talk to you about the features here. So when you think about CASEpeer, what are the features you should really think about? What are the features you should expect, right? So first of all, when we talk about personal injury case management, you are able to track everything case related, from timelines and tasks to litigation and documentation. Very simple, straightforward. So we're speaking about case timelines. So you can follow case timelines to monitor and evaluate case progression and team communication. You have tasks, so you can assign responsibilities to team members with clear-cut deadlines, priority levels, and reminders. You can notify all relevant parties when a task is assigned and completed. You can set up trigger-based workflows to dictate case assignments. Fantastic. What about litigation? Well, best practice litigation tools provide visibility into deadlines, discovery requests, defense counsels, and expert witnesses. And you also have medical treatment, so you can maintain a detailed record of injuries, doctor's appointments, payments, bills, and more. So the picture I'm trying to paint here is a picture of comprehensiveness. Okay, so when you actually go through CASEpeer, you are actually tapping into, I would say, a world and an ecosystem of comprehensive reporting, comprehensive tracking, comprehensive monitoring. You also have security and client experience. So with CASEpeer, you have two important tools, the e-signature and the client portal, which together help you actually boost your client experience. You have security, of course, so several confidential information with rolling backups and server redundancy controls. So this is kind of cool. Your data is hosted on AWS, so Amazon Web Services. So here you are getting maximum protection. So this is really cool. So I spoke to you about personal injury case management. Now let's talk about practice management. So you can simplify your practice management with automated processes. So you're able to implement workflows for document management, status updates, task assignments, notes, accounting, and more. That's why I told you earlier that CASEpeer can be used for a lot of things, not just personal injury case management. Okay, so you have a legal calendar, you have accounting, you have documentation, you have case leads. So when we talk about case leads, you have intake window, so you can track the performance of intake manager and marketing campaigns. You have automation, you have reporting. So when you talk about reporting, you have marketing ROI, resource optimization, performance benchmarking, which is really important if you are in a very competitive legal sector. I want to talk to you about the value added here. So when we talk about CASEpeer, what is the value added? What are the benefits? What is really the competitive edge here? It's important to understand that when you think about CASEpeer, you got to think about several clusters where CASEpeer, the software, adds value to your law firm's operation. So let's first start with the dashboard. So CASEpeer includes a dashboard that allows you to track items that should be consistently monitored, right? So for example, calendar, inactive cases, new messages, open cases, open tasks, pending statutes, recent cases, today's tasks. So again, CASEpeer is giving you, is really adding a layer of transparency, a layer of efficiency, a layer of productivity into your law firm's equation by giving you a dashboard that is replete with important features. What about you also have another important criterion, that's client intake. So CASEpeer includes tools that streamline the client intake process. You can use CASEpeer's intake management screen to track leads and monitor the statuses of each client as he or she progresses through your sales pipeline. So talking about value adding, this is just fantastic. So CASEpeer does a great job here, helping you add value to the bottom line. And CASEpeer allows you to create customizable client intake forms for each case type. So for example, you can add custom fields to capture details you want to see, including case type, the incident address. You have the incident date, the injury checklist, the lead contact details, the referral source. So this is really great. CASEpeer does also help you in terms of case management. So it includes tools that allow you to organize and track essential case information. So some of the most important items you can manage in CASEpeer include billing, case activity, property damage, contact information, defendants, health insurance, incidents, recordings and photos, settlement advance, text exchanged with clients. So this is kind of cool. And so you have other important features. You have such as contact management. You have calendar. You have task management. You have document management. You have time and expense tracking. You have online client portal. You have mobile application. You have accounting, and you have reporting. When we talk about reporting, you have client trust report, closed cases report, insurance adjusters report, intake report, health providers report, open cases report, productivity report, retained cases report, and time tracking. Also, in terms of integrations, CASEpeer does a great job there as well because it integrates with several third-party solutions, including Alert Communications, Calendar Rules, Captora, Chart Squad, Dropbox, eFax, HelloSign, Lead Docket, MailChimp, Engage Live Chat, OneDrive, QuickBooks, and Soludo. By the way, boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We're having a conversation about CASEpeer. So this is the CASEpeer Legal Management Software Review. Let me talk to you about the specs. When you consider, when you're thinking about buying CASEpeer, there are some specs you need to be aware of. Okay, first of all, you need to understand that when we talk about CASEpeer and the price, I will talk about the price later on, but CASEpeer is not really transparent about the pricing, so just be aware of that. There is no 30-day free trial, but there is a 30-day money-back guarantee. Okay, but what I wanted to focus on in terms of the specs, I wanted to talk about the fact that when you go through their features, you got to always ask yourself, how can those features sync with my own operations? So when you call CASEpeer, whenever you're interested in buying CASEpeer, and when you call customer service, make sure that each feature they tell you, you got to ask them how, or at least, you got to ask them how the features tie to your law firm's operation. Let me give you an example. CASEpeer, when you contact them, there is a spec around cases. By the way, specification, okay, around cases, intake, client communication tasks. So when you think about cases, this is a spec that allows you to create virtual case files with a dynamic organization. The thing is, you got to ask CASEpeer specifically how this capability can profitably affect your business. Same thing for intake, so you can keep track of all leads and actually share information on linked cases. So whenever you have to think, you are considering CASEpeer, think that way, okay? And there are a lot of specs that could be valid for your business. For example, client communication, you have tasks, you have calendar, you have documents, you have negotiations. For example, you can track demands, offers, and track lien negotiations. You can also have like firm-wide settlement reports through CASEpeer. But again, when we talk about specs, you always have to ask yourself, how does this really apply specifically to my law firm? And this is a question that CASEpeer only can answer. Same thing for litigation. You can track important litigation files and documents wherever you go. But again, how does this apply to your firm? So you have the search feature, you have costs, okay, and you have a timeline. So the timeline here is that we love the timeline feature in CASEpeer, and we love because it really has an impact on the specs, because you're basically showing the big picture of every case with a view on the view about all recorded events. And so CASEpeer also has a series of specs around permissions. So basically, you're able to manage who sees or edits each file, which adds an extra layer of credibility and encryption and security and privacy to your operations. This is really good. And also you have so overall, what I want to say here is that you have to ask CASEpeer a lot of stuff, when you actually when you're thinking about onboarding with them. Okay, so this is one of those things you have to do at the right moment, of course. I want to quickly talk to you about pricing. So you can see on the screen here is a pricing for CASEpeer as of the date of this show. Now, this is not the full picture though, because if you start calling them, let's say if you get a demo and you call customer service and you start telling them more about your law firm, you realize very soon that those prices will change. Okay, but this is the generic price. So you have 3 pricing tiers. You have the basic, the pro, and the advanced. So the numbers I'm giving you here are as of the date of this show. So please be aware of that. So if you're watching this show 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 100 years from now, you're not going to have all those prices if we're still around, of course. So the numbers I'm giving you are per user per month. Keep in mind, if you actually pay for the software at the annual level, then you can save somewhere from 20% all the way to 40%. So the possibilities are there. Okay. And so there is no limit to how many of your firm's attorneys and staff can access CASEpeer case management software. The number of firm employees who can use CASEpeer will depend on the number of active firm users you have added to your account. Okay. And so the thing is that, and remember, it doesn't matter like whether you're on whatever pricing tier you're on, your data is always safe because CASEpeer uses industry standard security similar to other secured web-based like SaaS software solutions. So all of your work is password protected and requires a login to access. Your data is hosted and backed up with Amazon Web Services in a certified, safe, and secure environment. So this is kind of cool. And what I want to say here is that the level of support that is provided for onboarding depends on the industry. So CASEpeer overall provides industry-leading support with an in-house team dedicated to your success. And what we love is that they are there for you and they're really responsive too. So when we tested them, they are really responsive. We really love that a lot. And one thing I want to say also is that basically you can change your tier later. So you can upgrade or downgrade your account according to your firm's needs at any time. That's what I said to you in terms of the scalability. So if you think that you are growing faster, then it's fine. Remember, all changes are prorated, so price wise, but overall you have a tool that can really help you a lot. And you can cancel CASEpeer at any time. There's no restriction. There is no commitment. No, you can change anytime. Just let them know, and you should be good. You should be good to go. And one thing I also want to say here is that when we talk about CASEpeer overall, let me give you a few extras here. So first of all, CASEpeer is very easy to use. Okay, this is really good. We love the fact that it is reasonably priced, if you really think about it, and the support system is really solid. So you can use CASEpeer. You can rely on CASEpeer for a lot of things, and actually use the tool also to boost your operation, your law firm's operation. So in terms of extras, this is really fantastic. So what is our verdict here? Is CASEpeer a go or no go? Is it worth it? Is it legit? Well, first of all, CASEpeer is legit. CASEpeer is worth it. In our view, the software is great. The software has this case management software / law firm management software does a lot of things. Okay. And whether if you're a small law firm or a mid-sized law firm or even a large law firm, you will find CASEpeer's capabilities and functionalities really value added. So you can really use the tools to boost your operations, your law firm's operations. That's the bottom line here. And you can do so through a constellation of features that we love, particularly through CASEpeer. For example, document management. Okay, in a fast-paced environment, document management plays a quintessential role to kind of help you and your law firm actually stay ahead. You have task management. Okay, this is really good also. You have time tracking, so we love that as well. You have calendar management. You have client database. You have legal case management. So you do have, again, to say this, you have a constellation of features that could be really helpful for any law firm. Okay, so one thing I want to say here is that when we think about CASEpeer, remember that there are some alternatives. So in case the software doesn't work for you, think about some of those alternatives. You have Abacus Law, Amicus Attorney, you have Amicus Cloud, you have Built for Time, which we have reviewed on another show. You have Cosmolex, which we have reviewed on another show. You have Clio Manage, Clio Grow, you have My Case, you have Practice Panther. So Bottom line is you have a constellation of big players and small players out there. So the thing is that if you are looking for, like, is CASEpeer is the tool right for you? It really depends. Whether you are a personal injury attorney or not, you can still use CASEpeer. I want to insist on that, okay? Even if you're not a personal injury attorney or desire a solution that includes robust invoicing, time tracking, or online payments, you can still find other players, such as Practice Panther, for example, such as Clear Manage, for example. But overall, we strongly recommend CASEpeer. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. In today's conversation, let's quickly recap here. So I gave you a CASEpeer review. So I talked about I gave you the overview, the pros and cons, the features, the value added, the specs. So I talked about the case pricing and also the extras. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.